Hi everyone, my name is Yuri, and today I will introduce you our project. We call it Smartz platform. Somebody call it Smartz, so it's also okay to call it Smartz. This is presentation 1.0. Somebody already know about our platform, but today we are ready to present it, I don't know, in full power maybe, but really no. It's just early prototype, but now we have full cycle where developers can upload smart contracts to our platform, test it there, and I hope that in a couple of months we will release new update where you can, where you will be able to publish your smart contracts, your Dapps, to public. Okay, but before going into details about our platform, I'd like to speak about smart contracts market at all. In Smartz, we believe that smart contracts are our future because it's part of blockchain, and we believe that this is progress which anyway will come to our life. I mean, everyday transactions in blockchain, in cryptocurrencies, and in smart contracts. So why smart contracts are so good? Why do we believe in smart contracts? The first thing is their automatic execution. As you know, when we make a contract in real world, on paper, you can't be sure that after you sign this contract, your counterparty will follow the points of this contract. It's up to people. So everybody can break this contract and make something different. So I hope you understand. In smart contracts, in any way, if something should happen, it will happen. When you deploy transaction to the smart contract, it will make it work. Its work. And the second thing is immutable terms. So once you deploy smart contracts, you deploy some transactions to it, you can't change any terms which are programmed to be not to be changed in any circumstances. So, third thing is that transactions in blockchain and also in smart contracts never can be undone. Once transaction is deployed, is mined, and became the part of blockchain, it can be undone. You can't cancel this transaction. In real world, things are different. So as you know, any bank transaction in some circumstances can be undone. And the last thing is infrastructure cost savings. So if you implemented blockchain in your business processes, you don't even have to maintain any server. So everything is decentralized, everything is replicated, and everything lives in blockchain. So in many cases, this is much more cheap and less expensive. I didn't think about this list for a long time, so I think that it's very easy to add a couple of points to this list. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, our presentation is broken a bit, but I will read. So, smart contracts are our future. We believe in that. But we see a big gap in smart contracts ecosystem nowadays on the smart contracts market. There is a programmer's part, which is very technical and very hard to understand. And there is no any user part. So smart contracts are not available for public, and even for programmers, it's rather hard to understand smart contracts, to begin to write and deploy and work with them. And even if some programmer understood everything about smart contracts and if he's working with smart contracts, he have to maintain a full node. For example, of Ethereum. Of course, now we speak about Ethereum at most. This node is very big. It's about 100 or 200 of gigabytes, and not every laptop can maintain this node. So you need a server, or you need at least powerful PC. So thing is that there is no convenient smart contracts management tools on the market. If you found programmer, if he deployed the smart contracts for your project, for your business, you have to maintain a full node to send any transaction to this smart contract. Of course, there is a solution. Your programmer can develop interface for it, but it makes this case much more expensive, because front end is a rather difficult part, and you will have to pay more. So we lost one thing on this slide, and I don't remember what it was about. Okay, let's skip it. So there is a couple of problems on the market which are between programmers and users. And our mission is to bring smart contracts into the world, to make them more usable, more comfortable to work with them. So here comes Smartz. First full lifecycle cross-chain Dapps platform. It has taken a long time to figure out these words about our platform, and I'm still not sure that this is the best description, but it's the best which we have for today. Now let's speak about features of Smartz platform. The first thing is very fundamental. It's a UI layer of smart contracts. It's a technical thing, but it's a very necessary thing. What is it? It's just a wrapper on Python, which contains description of user interface of deploy, of management page of the smart contract, descriptions of all functions which the smart contracts have, and also some parameters of constructor. So when you construct your instance of smart contracts with this code, with our platform, you can, for example, click a checkbox and turn on or turn off some part of functionality of your contract. So all this is described in Python code, which wraps Solidity code of smart contracts. As I said, for today, it's all about Ethereum, but I think that this will change in some day. Okay, so let's move on to more user part of our platform. Second feature is Dapps Store, or Smart Contracts Marketplace. We want other programmers to write contracts for our platform, to upload them, and to publish them, to make them available for their audience and to earn with Smartz. It's a very, very important thing that it's like App Store or Google Apps where you can upload something you have done and to earn money. From the other side, users will have ability to compare, to choose, and even to try for free all Dapps, all smart contracts in the marketplace, and choose the most convenient, most useful for them. So that's it. Next thing about Smartz platform, deploy and management user interface. When user have chosen smart contracts, deployed it. When he choose, when he have chosen, at first he deploys these smart contracts, and now you see a you can see a screenshot of our deploy interface. It's quite easy. It have inputs, it have radio buttons, it have checkboxes, and other widgets of simple user interface. So you just fill in all inputs, click deploy button, and magic is here. Second slide is about management. When you deployed your contract, you can see it in your dashboard. You can move into management page, see all numbers of all important information about status of your smart contracts, and send transactions to it. For now, in our early prototype, this all all transactions are sent by MetaMask extension in your browser. Now we are going to write our own extension, more powerful, even more powerful, and I think with it, it will be much more interesting than even than now. Okay, let's go further. Collaboration on smart contracts. As you know, Ethereum addresses are not very comfortable to use because they are long. They are they don't have any simple words. Yeah, it's just characters without any meaning. So when you are going to send some amount of Ether, for example, or send some transaction which makes sense in your business, you have to check twice and more that these symbols are right. We are going to make interface to easily use these addresses, just address book. Okay, let's go to next slide. So, other important things about Smartz, about our plans. Everything on slides before this is already implemented in our prototype. This will take maybe years to completely be done. But we have these plans, we have a vision about these points, and I'm sure that we will make it. So the first thing is code audit service. As you know, any mistake in smart contracts can lead to loss of money, loss of Ether, and everyone who, for example, drive their ICO, everybody are afraid of these mistakes, and everybody go for audit, and now it's very expensive because not so many programmers, even in the world, can make this audit for sure of security. So we are going to make a community of experts who will audit, not for free, of course, but not so expensive, not so expensive as it comes now. We'll audit smart contracts on Smartz platform. Second thing is binding of legal documents. Now there is no any bind between smart contracts and real-world legislation. We want to solve this problem, to fill this gap. We think that it's very easy to attach any document or any file, even video file, to your smart contracts. Of course, by using hash. You just take hash sum of your files and attach it to your smart contract. Your files should be stored somewhere in safe place, but it's not so difficult to do. Maybe our dream is to connect something like Filecoin or storage projects to Smartz, and I think we will do it. Next thing is about identity verification. Yes, we know about Civic project, and maybe we will integrate with them. We are looking forward to this. But with them or without them, we will solve this problem. We have a vision how to do this. Next thing is about arbitration. When you have a contract, sometimes something goes wrong, and you need an arbitrator or judge maybe, to make decision who is right and who is wrong in this some controversial thing, and you need arbitration service. At first, it can be, for example, one man who we believe will arbitrate good. But in future, it should be decentralized service, of course, or depending on rating system, reputation system. So this is one more important thing. Oracle system is the fifth in my future list, future features list. Oracles are quite easy. It's just a smart contracts which contain information about off-chain world in themselves. In simple realization, in simple implementation, it can be just smart contracts which which receives information from some centralized service. But in future, of course, it also will be decentralized, totally decentralized, and we know some parties who are working now on this problem. So here we also hope that we will be able to have good partners for this point, but as always, we can make it ourselves. I believe that it's true. And the last thing on the slide is about swaps between different blockchains. It's about future. Now we have, to be true, we have only one blockchain, public blockchain with working smart contracts. It's Ethereum. Ethereum Classic also, yes, but not many people using it. So, but in future, we are going to work with different chains, with every chain, every popular public chain which is using smart contracts. Maybe not only public, but to be honest, I believe in public blockchains, but not in private blockchains. So that's it. It's all about our plans, I think. Maybe I missed something, but not something very important. And now I want to say one more, maybe disclaimer about our platform. If we will speak about all this and speak about all this decentralized right now, I think we will not release some useful and usable service for years, or maybe not for many years, but for a year or 2 years, and it's not the way we like. So we want at first make our service quite centralized with thin but centralized backend. We will not store private keys, never. But such things like oracles, like arbitration, like binding legal documents to smart contracts, I think at first they will be centralized and will live on Smartz platform. But we will make everything we can. We will make it decentralized as soon as we can. Okay, but when we finish our functionality in some centralized way, the next our task is to make it totally decentralized. But now we think that this gap in smart contracts market should be filled as soon as possible, because it's the thing which really stops progress and stops adoption of smart contracts by masses of people. Okay, so this is important disclaimer. I think the most I wanted to say is already said. So this is a link to our prototype. Today we released a big update. It's most important part of it is the test cycle for developers. So any developer who knows Solidity, who knows Python, can go to our documentation, can register in our platform, can upload their Dapps and test it. As I said, in about a month we will release new update, and we will give an option to send your Dapp on moderation and then to publish your Dapp. Second thing I already mentioned is documentation for users and developers. Third thing is brand new design of our platform. So until today it was in simple bootstrap. Now it's quite beautiful, I think. I hope you will like it. Of course, bug fixes is the next thing. We will never do a release without bug fixes. And on GitHub, we published our Dapps constructors examples. So you can go to GitHub link. You can find the link on our platform and examine these examples. And of course, today we published our white paper, the first public version of our white paper. It's not quite ready. It's not absolutely ready, but we can name it 1.0. So this is important point of in our roadmap, and today we have done it. That's it. Thank you. Let's bring smart contracts into the world together. See you. Bye-bye.